Good morning and welcome to the Gray Barn of Andover, New Jersey. This morning we're going to visit with our vendor Redreamable. She has 20% off items not marked firm. We're going to take this quick detour through her neighbor, Burning Sensation Antiques. And of course, you're more than welcome to question about any of the items that you see in the video. It doesn't have to just be from the video, that the booth that we are featuring. So we are located in Andover, New Jersey. If we are not conveniently located for you to travel to, we absolutely do ship many of the smaller items. Furniture, larger lamps, that kind of stuff we do not ship, but is available for local pickup. You just need to bring the proper vehicle and some muscle and just let us know that you're interested in. Like her bookcases, they are for sale. So not always an easy thing to find. This knob is a sampler that's for sale. It's not, we do not carry each of those knobs, because that lady, very excited the other day, thought that we had all these, but unfortunately we do not. We do have a selection of hardware, but nothing like that. So just a couple pieces here and there. So we do use pirate ship to get your shipping. So it is a substantial saving from what the post office and UPS does charge. We do add $1 or $2 depending on how large the package is and how much packaging we do use in it. We do use biodegradable packing peanuts. They are made of cornstarch. You can use them as compost, or you can just wash them down the sink with hot water, or better yet, recycle. If you're not going to use them, find somebody around you who does a lot of shipping. They do appreciate it. So without further ado, let's jump into here. And if you see anything in this video or past videos that you need more information on, please just check below on how to get a hold of us. We do prefer Messenger via Facebook or Instagram because it's easier for us to send pictures that way. Of course, you can use email as well. That is the easiest way. Comments in YouTube are really, I'm not able to really answer those with more details and pictures. I mean, unless it's a straight up, how much is that? But we like to send you pictures and give you more information in case there's any condition issues, and let you have some more better angles, because at this you're only getting, basically one dimension of it, unless I pick it up and handle everything, which I'm not going to do, because we try to keep these at a time limit so that it's not too overwhelming and not featuring things that you may not be interested in. No clapper. So $9.60 on that, $9.60 on the finial. It's just cool. Single bookend, the Parthenon, $5. It's got some good weight. It is adorable as a little shelf sitter, and it's only $5. So we have he's a single as well. We got a lot of singles hanging out here. $12.80 on that bookend. We got a lot of great books. This looks to be handmade, like somebody did this in art class. He has $20, not a bank. So a lot of great books. Another set of bookends. Those are $58, and then the 20% off. And then she's got another set of those, pair of owl bookends. So those would be on sale for $52. So some actual pairs of bookends, single bookends. Single bookends are great for doing just this. Yeah, you're using the back end of that bookcase there as the other stopper. So not bad. This is the famous McCoy cat and dog at the spinning wheel. $19.20. If you're driving around in your Model A Ford and you need a new mirror, here you go. $17.60. I'm sure you could repurpose these into some other really cool thing in like your bathroom or something. That'd be really cool. The trivet is $17 and then 20% off. We got some great turned candlesticks here. Let's see, this pair here is $28 for the set of two. Set of three, I'm sorry, it's all three. This one's a little bit different, but you're getting all three of these for one money, $28 for all of those. Nice soapstone carved trinket box, $15.20. Dachshund Faithful Friend for $15.20. Bradford Exchange. So if you're looking to complete a Bradford Exchange, or you just want a Dachshund because you don't want all the other dogs, 20 firm on our Christmas cow. Another set of bookends. This is a fun set that's a little $28, and then the 20% off. So you can see our tags are very detailed for the most part. Like, this is another booth that has easy to read prices, which makes it so much easier to do these videos. So you're able to screenshot, zoom in if you need to, and get that information as well. And then don't forget, if they don't have the word firm, then take the 20% off. So 24 becomes 19.20. Some nice pieces of copper in here. I'm still a little nice. Today was the first time, 10 becomes 8, that I drove on the dishes, 8, that I had my son. He just got his license last week, and he had to get it because he starts community college next week. So he's driving himself. I don't think he wants to be that kid that has mom and dad dropping him off at school, at college. 20 on that and 960 on that. That's pretty cool. Made in Japan. Rooster teapot. And it was quite a fun experience. That's the first time I've driven with him. My husband usually goes with him, and when I have driven with him and my husband, I've been in the back just so I don't have to look. He hugs the right. I'm afraid that the right-hand side of that car is going to end up scraped, and I'm not going to be surprised because he has a very hard time. That's a good deal. $4 on a Wood Hemingway cigar box. Does it close? Not quite. You might have to jiggle that clasp a little bit to get that to close up. Craft Project, $6.40. So he does that, and he's hesitant to... We roll up to a stop sign. I'm like, just roll up to it and then apply your brakes gently. We don't apply the brakes gently. So my back took a little bit today. So 15, 20. I'm just hoping he'll be okay come next week to drive alone. So I won't be surprised if that car comes home with the right-hand side all scraped up from one of the guardrails that he's going to... I said to him, I'm like, there's like a magnet in your car for these guardrails, so I'm not going to be surprised. So that was my morning experience. I'm still kind of winding down from that. 7, so that'd be 560. That's part of a stove to lift the things on the stove. It's a huge scoop, 19.20, and there's a huge ladle for 16. This would be really cute with like some plants in it, or candles, something in there. One of those battery operated candles, and then you put some things around it, or you can even do like one of those miniature vignettes on there. Check Pinterest for so many fun ideas to use all these pieces in. And you'll see like on Etsy where people have completed these and they're selling them for people who just don't want, don't have the time or the creative juice to make their own, and they buy them completed, and there's nothing wrong with that. $14.40. We all have our strong points, but make your own and save a lot of money. Moss, that's what a lot of people put in there, is the moss and other stuff. That'd be a cute little faux bird nest holder. So we do have some jars here, 16 on that one. Missing the lid, 11.20 with some spools in it. It's an interesting jar for 9.60. 19.20 on that one back there. Coca-Cola bottle for $8. So yeah, check. I can get it's a dangerous rabbit hole you go down, but there's so many cool repurposes and fun things and vignettes that you can make. Just put in vintage vignettes, and you'll get a lot of ideas. $12.80 on this one, on each of these. They're very nice. Is that brass? I think. Yeah, brass. It looks like a pewter. Yeah, $9.60 on that. Some more books. And again, we are visiting with Redreamable, and you're taking 20% off items not marked firm. And some of the things like I said, the paintings, we can't really ship. And part of it's finding the boxes. We could probably find a box. I always tell my husband, I'll make the box. And I'll do it. But it's the cost. The post office really doesn't want boxes that size, and it's not always a significant savings with UPS on the size of the boxes either. Unless there's a lot of items in a box, then it makes it worth it. 4 on that little guy. This is $16, 12 by 20. And that's, no, is that stitched on there? I can't cut. Yeah, no, it's stamped. A copper bowl for 12. It has a little bit of copper loss in there, so that's a copper wash, not a solid copper if it's looking like that. 8 on the double sock darner. Very cool. You don't see that every day, so that's a fun find. Your rounding bout. I did want to see this because this is something you don't see every day. A copper eagle mold, and that is $14.40. Very cool. This This is, and think about it, 100 years ago plus, this is how they'd come by your house selling these kind of things. You'd hear the tinker coming up. You'd hear his wagon pulling up by your house. You go out and shop that way for places that didn't have stores nearby. Little starfish for $4. We have chalkware mermaids for $12 each. We have one green and then two of the coppery brownish paint there. They're 5.5 inches tall, and they do have little hooks to hang up in your bathroom on there. And of course, you can always paint over these as well to give them a little more detail on their faces. I might leave like the fins. I might add a little bit more color to this one because the fins on this one and the green is perfect, but maybe do like blonde on the, or brown, brunette, whatever, and just kind of give them a little more detail on the faces and stuff. Make them pop a little bit more. I think those were done in like the pottery classes and stuff you'd go to. Heavy tail. Bookshelf cabinet. Okay, I was like, I'm like, why is this fish so expensive? Because that's not his tag. Let's see. Fishy is 20. And Fishy is a wall pocket. And this is really cool. I'm going to put this down here so people can see it better. That's very cool. So it would hang this way as your wall pocket. Look at that color on that. It's beautiful. It's got some nice age to it. That is a nice piece right there. And you can leave it sitting like that, or you can actually hang this one 10.5 inches in length. That's fun. That's a lot of fun right there. So yeah, so we'll go back to the bookcase. If anybody's looking for bookcases, this particular one is $170 and then the 20% off, and there's the measurements on there. So for our folks who are local, if you're looking, that's a pretty cool painting right there. Very dark and stormy night, $36. That one we can ship. And we can ship these little mirrors and stuff like that. So, and looks like a 8x10 print for $12. All right, so again, we visited with Redreamable, and you're going to take the 20% off. That light up there is for sale. Again, local pickup only on that. As is the car bottle back there, the water bottle, that is also a pickup only. And a tree. Do you need a white tree? That's pickup only as well. So, as always, I appreciate your time and joining us here at the Gray Barn, and I hope you have a wonderful day.